Oh. Hello everyone, it's August 23rd. Let's do this. And oh my gosh, I was going to say, hopefully it's not a difficult one. It's not, but it's something similar to what we did in the past few days. Longest subarray of ones after deleting one element. A binary num, you should delete one element from it. Return the size of the longest non-empty subarray containing only ones in the resulting array. So if you delete one, it's not going to do anything, right? It's not going to make it any better. So what you should do is delete the 0. Alright, and you should delete the 0 such that two things can be combined, which means what you need to find is the count of ones that's split by only 1 0. Right? That's what you should find. And in other words, if you find a 0, like you need to count the number of zeros as well, right? Count the number of zeros, and then if the 0 count is 1, and then what would be the best way to do this? Well, I think you should just do count the number of zeros and count the number of ones. You put them together, right? It will be alternating. Yeah, it will be alternating. So you look at the first one, you know if we start with 1 or start with 0, and then you just do count. For example, the first one, turn into 2 1 1, right? So because it start with 1, so you know this one is corresponding to 1, this is 0, and this is 1. So now you know this is a setup, and then you just go for all the all the odd indices, and then you'll just connect the even ones and find the maximum. In this case, you have 1 3 1 2 1 1. And because it starts with 0, so all the even ones, so this. So you say you want to connect, nothing to connect, so this will give you 5, this will give you 3, and this will give you 3, right? So we have no zeros. If there's no zeros, or if there's no ones, then you just return, if there's no zeros, in this case, you just return that. If it is no ones, then just return 0. Okay. I think it's very straightforward. Let's get it coded. Find the sequence, the count of consecutive ones or zeros. Right, find a count of consecutive ones and zeros, make the count into its own array. Then we will look for the count of zeros, right? For each count of zeros, that is 1, we try to connect the ones from either side, right? And keep track of the largest of them. If there is no count of 0, right, no count of 0, we will just return the count of 1. Otherwise, we will return 0. So this will be on. Alright, let's try this. We need a vector. We call it counts. And then we have, it's called in C is equal to 0. Okay. And we're gonna go one by one. Actually, no. I think we can do nums at the least is 1. Yeah, we can do nums 0 is actually no. I just do 0. Okay. You know what? No. This will be 1. Because the first one always count as 1. So, but this one we can go start from 1, right? And then yeah, we check if the current is equal to I minus 1. If it's equal, then we say this one will plus plus, right? If it's not equal, right? If it's not equal, then we will push the previous, and then we reset it to 1, right? If it's not equal, previous goes in, and we reset it to 1, and we'll keep going until towards the end. Now, towards the end, we'll have a C, but we never push it, so we have to push the last one as well. We say counts dot push the last one. Okay. Now, what we need to know is if it's even or odd. How do we do it? This is the starting, right? So we say if nums 0 is equal to 0. Okay. So what we say is int start shall be nums 0 if nums, my goodness, we can actually do this for int I equal to nums 0 is equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, then I should start with 0. If it's not equal to 0, I should start with 1. Right? So I equal to this, I smaller than, yeah, nums size, I plus equal to 2. That's actually not right. What we need is the counts. Okay. We also need the result. So what we do is left should equal to counts. So we need to say I is larger, I minus 1 larger equal to 0. Then we do counts I minus 1, otherwise it's 0. Right is I plus 1 is smaller than nums size, and then we do I plus 1, otherwise 0. Okay. Then we say res shall equal to maximum res left and right. Right? Because we are merging them together. Oh, hold a second. If nums not if counts I is not equal to 1, then we'll continue. We're not gonna do. If it's not 1, we cannot delete it. It has to be 1, and then we do left and right, and then blah 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 towards the end. I'm just trying to see if it's possible, like if, because I do 0, right? So if it is 0, and then counts is only 1. Then it should be 0. Yeah, counts is only 1, and then I am 0. Then I minus 1, it will be false. I plus 1, it will be false. Oh, hold a second. I plus 1. That's not true. This is not, it should be counts. Right? Counts. So rest is 0. Okay. So if it's only 1, if it's 1, then this one will skip. There will also be 0. Okay. So we need to handle a situation where maybe we should do here. If count.size, because if count size is larger than 1, right? If we have 2, 1, 0. What if it's 1, 0 or 0, 1? If it's 0, 1, then I plus 1 I can handle. It's 1, 0, I minus 1 I can handle. This is just 1, right? If say count.size equal to 1, right? Then we should return nums 0. If it's equal to 1, then we do count 0. Otherwise it will do 0. Otherwise we can return this. Okay. Give it a shot. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I is equal to this, so C equal to 2. And then I equal to this, C equal to 3. I push back 3. Size is 1, then 0 is equal to 1, should be returned, count to 0, should be 3. Expected to, oh, you have to delete 1. Holy crap. Oh, you have to delete 1, like, okay. Okay, you have to delete 1. Now it's different. So yeah, this is gonna be count minus 1. Because you have to delete 1. Okay, so here alright, so we have to know is a 0. Parity. 0 parity should equal to nums 0 equal to 0. Then parity should be 0, otherwise 1. Okay. And this one will go 0. This should be plus. Right, and then what I need to do is if I mod 2 is equal to 0 parity, then this is 0. Okay. Then we say if counts I is equal to 0, or not equal to 1, then we do all these shenanigans. Right, we do all these shenanigans. Because I have 1, then we can try to merge the 2. Otherwise, we don't do anything. So then I can put these together. Actually, cannot put these together because here is else, which means this is we're dealing with ones. here. Then we should say res equal to max on res and counts I. Okay, so yeah, so you basically it's just saying that you can always remove a 0 if it exists, right? Okay, let's try this one again. And I'm actually add some more scenarios. Okay, so we'll have 0, 0, 0. And then what we're gonna do is and of course we can do this. Cover some scenarios. Probably not all of them, but hopefully it's good enough. I think it is good enough. It's 2 years ago. Sliding window. Wow, that's very different from my method. Yes. 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 Keep adding elements as long as the count of zeros in it doesn't exceed 1. Once the number of zeros exceeds 1, we will shrink the window from the left till the count of 0 comes under the limit. Then we can compare the size with the longest. Ooh, interesting. So if 1 0 is fine, we expect it's bad. Right, once it's bad, we'll go back in. So it's actually still 4, 5, 6. That's actually, yeah. And then here, boom, it's bad, so I have to keep shrinking. Ah, nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah, 0 count. And then while 0 count larger than 1, we shrink, we reduce it. And then star plus plus, longest is good. Yep, that's good. Okay, yeah, that's alright. You know what? We can write it just as a practice. Practice sliding window. This is from the tutorial, and we should practice sliding window. The goal is to have this sliding window contain no more than 1 zeros. Zero count. Res. What else? I. Plus equal to nums j to 0 while vc is larger than 1. Vc minus equal to nums I equal to 0. I plus plus. I can actually keep it together. So yeah, so once it's done, we can say res equal to b max res and then j minus I plus 1, and then we'll return res. Wow, so much faster. Not faster, so much simpler. And it's all wrong. Okay, let's see. ZC plus equal to 0 is false. So this is 0. I don't do anything. And then v1, 2. Oh, need to minus 1. Need to minus 1 because this is the maximum. We always have to minus 1. Yes. Ah, we don't even have to consider the all 1 situation. It's been considered inside already. Nice. Good, this is the right solution. Okay. That'll be it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.